After I talked about the missing ending to Freddy's Dead, there were some questions about what I remember about other missing footage, and in particular, the 7/8 Better Stay Up Late section. And parenthetically, I do wish that instead of 7/8, it was. I need to add a footnote that in some versions it's 7/8 Better Stay Up Late, and in other versions it's 7/8 Gonna Stay Up Late. But I discovered something even weirder when I went back to the script to confirm where I thought the missing footage went within the movie. For some reason, I only seem to have this early draft of the script. So we're with Doc in his office, and then we cut outside, exterior shelter day, kids play in the parking lot. We move past them toward one of the shelter's brick walls. On the wall, words start to fade in between the graffiti that's already there. 7/8, never stay up late, Freddy's in the air. Then we go into the scene in Maggie's office with Maggie, Tracy, and Doc. A couple of interesting elements here. The obvious one is the change to the lyric 7/8, never stay up late. A very interesting idea to change it again and put it more from Freddy's perspective. So I'll leave it to you to have a heyday with that. Meantime, from a more practical perspective, the words appear. So they were slated to be a visual effect. Granted, that's a very simple visual effect even in those days, but that meant there probably isn't any raw dailies footage where the words are actually painted on the wall. I remember, and I could be wrong because don't trust my memory, it was really a long time ago, that we did several montage pieces around the shelter. There was more with John Doe and the cops. There was more with the cops in general. There were some unhoused people and some kids playing. Some of those sequences went earlier, and there was a sequence that was slated to go here, and I do know that we shot some footage for that. And within that, I found a still of the wall that I think would have been the wall where we wanted the words to appear. What I can't remember, and I don't have a print of the longer theatrical version, but I've never seen anybody show this. Did New Line not even do the visual effect? Was it cut out even before the first theatrical release? Hard to imagine, but I don't know how to solve that mystery right now. No one seems to have posted a version of it, but I am certain that in my missing director's cut, I had the wall prepped to have that visual effect made. I look forward to you sleuths out there figuring out more about this, and I would relish seeing the actual footage. In terms of other missing footage, I know that people do have early copies of more footage between Maggie and her mother and some horror hallucinations in the padded cell before John Doe yells, "Free me." And also there was a light bulb exploding that woke him up in that area as well. That's off the top of my head. I haven't gone deeply into the script I'm working at the moment, and this is just a quick one. Meantime, maybe Warner Brothers will have more to show, and maybe I'll find the missing director's cut, but less and less optimistic about that. My general stills from the show are very limited because it was pre-digital, and so it was film camera and developing stills. I don't know where all the material was from the still photographer. That would be in New Line's archive somewhere, who knows. I can't even find my storyboards, so this is a pretty sad state of affairs. I hope there will be more to come, and whatever you do, like and subscribe, and don't fall asleep.